Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Tuesday, the first day of April. It seems to be heifer day at the sale barns around the state, as several of the barns have all seen some 7 to 850 pound heifers today, selling at awful high prices, and they're all being marked as replacements going back to the farm for breeding. So is it a sign that perhaps we are starting to retain some heifers? Time will tell, but there at least sure enough is some heifers going back to the barns, or going back to the farm from the barns today. Before we get into looking at some of those prices, want to remind you about some special cow sales that are going on later this week, just in case you are looking for anything to turn out on that grass. A lot of opportunity to find some good breeding stock and do just that this week. Joplin Regional Stockyards, they'll have a special replacement cow sale Wednesday evening at 4:30. Callaway Livestock Center, Thursday evening, 6 o'clock. Got about 700 head listing on their early report. Mocan Livestock Market, they'll have a special sale. Got over 1,000 head they're expecting. That sale will kick off Saturday afternoon right after lunch at 1 o'clock sharp. Taking a look at some of those stick-out sales of heifers today around the auction barns. Kingsville Livestock Auction, they reported 70 head, 715-pound heifers at $294, had 42 head of heifers from 8 to 815 pounds. They sold by the head $2,300 to $2,500 a piece. Unionville Livestock Market, they sold 25 head, 785-pound heifers at $2,375. Ozarks Regional Stockyards, way down in southern Missouri, West Plains, Missouri, 41 head, 749-pound heifers at $2,310. Couple of steer sales today at Unionville Livestock Market included those Rockin' R steers. Had one pot load of them, 846 pounds at $292.60. Another pot load, 854 pounds at $289.75. Box beef cutout values, choice sharply higher today, up $6.96 at $342.22. Select at $322.07, up $2.06. Those values based on 95 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The choice select spread setting at $20.15. That choice box beef cutout just in the last month, up $28.29 from the first business day in March. A heck of a gain for this early in the year when we typically don't see that till a bit later when it gets a little warmer and we're more officially into the grilling season, but perhaps everybody wanted a steak early this year. Taking a look at the negotiated feedlot trade, just over 400 heads so far for the week. Not really enough anywhere to establish any kind of a market, just some scattered sales around. Mostly it's steady money on either side of it so far, but nothing really to establish a market this early in the week. Last week, 62,630 head. Live price for the week, $211.91. Dress sales, weighted average price, $337.30. Taking a look at the futures markets today on the Mercantile Exchange. Live cattle, April 132 higher, 209.12. June 205.42 up 177. August at 202.32 up 230. April feeder cattle up $1.82, 288.27. May at 287.15 up 265, and August 292.40 up 290. Lean hogs for April 87.37 down 35. May at 89.47 up $1.07. In June, 97.02 up 175. Grain markets, corn, May was at 461 3/4 up 4 1/2. July 468 1/4 up a nickel. September 442 up 7 1/4. Soybeans saw quite the increase today. May 1034 1/4 up 19 1/2. July at 10.49 1/4 up 21, and August 10.47 3/4 up 21 3/4. Wheat contracts May 3.5 higher 5.40 1/2, July at 5.53 3/4 up 3 1/4, September at 5.69 1/2 up 3 1/4. Soybean meal for May down 40 cents a ton at 292.30. Soybean oil for May up $2.55 a hundredweight at 47.44. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your farm news. This is Tony Hancock.